But as my number 2 team in the WNBA for 2025, I am going for the New York Liberty. The champions from last season, I have down at number 2. Again, they have stunk in preseason. Doesn't really matter. They've absolutely stunk. But I will say, this is a team that might still be championship favorites because they made a huge decision today. And Benaijah Hamilton is not going to be playing this season. They suspended her contract, which means they have $180K left. They're the only team that simultaneously has a chance to win a chip and can afford MMA Simone. They're the only team that can do that. So we got to talk. Adding a top 7 player in the world to this team. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat them. However, we're talking regular season right here. And we have to take into account that one of their best players, Leonie Fibish, is not yet with the team. You might be saying 6.7 points per game, that's not much. She averaged 12 points per game in the playoffs while being their defense. They literally were like in the playoffs. Kelsey Plum's cooking us. Oh, Leonie, guard Kelsey. Then Aja starts cooking them. Yo, go guard Aja. Then they're getting cooked by Jackie Young. Go guard Jackie Young. In the finals, it was every time Fee scored a few points. Leo, go guard Fee. They Heideman's cooking in one game. Go guard Heideman. Go guard Courtney Williams. Go guard Kayla McBride. It was literally, she just rotated on whoever was cooking on the other team. And averaged 12 points per game. She was better over the totality of the playoffs. This is the one thing I'll always say. When it matters for the Liberty, Fibish is almost always either their second or third best player. She's never going to win you a game. But there was not a single game in the playoffs where she was not better than one of Sabrina, Stewie, or Jonquel. Through the whole playoffs. In every single game, she was better than one of them. There was no game in the playoffs where she was the best player. But I'm sorry, when you have a team with 3 top 10 players, and in every single game in the playoffs you are better than one of them, being that consistent, lockdown defender, lights out shooter at 6'4" in the wing is so important. And she's gone. She's not going to be there for, like, she's not going to be fully with it till July, because she's come late and she's playing in EuroBasket. So she misses 2.5 weeks of the season minimum with EuroBasket. And Niara is playing in EuroBasket. So you're losing your second best bench player, one of the best bench bigs in the WNBA. You're losing Niara Sabally for EuroBasket. So you're losing 2 players mid-season for EuroBasket. Tash Cloud, like, I rate Tash Cloud so highly. I think she's going to be fine. She's really looked bad in preseason. The one thing is, and then also, sorry, like, Maureen Johannes is fantastic. Maureen Johannes might be 6th player of the year, or at least is a candidate. But say it with me, Maureen Johannes is going to EuroBasket. So they lose 3 players to EuroBasket. So I just can't see them being able to have the best regular season. I still think they win 30 games. Like, you still have, like, let's not forget, for last season, Benaijah Hamilton missed a large chunk of the season through injury. Stewie missed a couple of games. Sabrina missed a couple of games. They didn't realize Leonie Fibish could play basketball through about 15 games. Niara Sabally missed a lot of last season. And Sloop missed a lot of last season. So, they did have Kayla Thornton. But Kennedy Burke, pretty good. Pretty good bench player. I think Izzy Harrison is fine. What's her name? Rebecca Gardner's fine. Is Rebecca Gardner still on the team? Yeah, she's fine. I think Markeisha Davis is going to have a much bigger role this year. Jalen Sherrod, I think, is going to be okay. Like, they're going to survive the EuroBasket, missing 3 players. But the thing is that coming out of EuroBasket, if they are a top 3 seed coming out of EuroBasket, they're so much of a threat. They are so much of a threat, because it is literally, you've got now 3 players coming back and probably MMA someone coming back. And that's the big one. That is the big one, is that they have the money to potentially get MMA Simone back. And not only that, they can get her, and they have enough for hardship contracts for EuroBasket. So I just think if they can survive, what games do they have to play through EuroBasket? If they survive, if they're top 3 seed after EuroBasket, then it might just be GG's for the league. But first game against the Aces, I think, is going to be a tough one. I think they might not win that game purely because, again, it's tough to win a game like that when you don't have... Like, Leo Phoebe is such an important player, specifically against that team. Specifically against the Aces, she's so important, and she's not going to be there. But the Liberty did have the Aces number last year. The closest in the regular season the Aces got to beat the Liberty was the game Asia didn't play. Then they played the Sky, the Fever, the Valkyries. They should want to go out 3-1 there. If they come out 3-1 out of those games, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, I think it's the Atlanta Dream. This game here, the 14th of June, I think this is the last game they're gonna have their full team. Like, ideally, they want to be like 9-8 or 9-2 or something. How many of that game is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if they are anything worse than 7-3 before EuroBasket, they would be probably disappointed. And then they play like the Mercury, the Storm, the Valkyries, the Mercury again, the Dream, and the Sparks. And then they should all be back by the Storm game. So they actually have a very favorable run during EuroBasket. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world for them. But I will say it's a... if they can get through that, they're sorted, because they are so stacked as a team. You have the best team in the WNBA. You have the best starting 5 by a mile. Like, you have Sabrina Ionescu, Breanna Steward, and John Quell in your starting lineup. And then you add in one of the top 3 best small forwards in WNBA, and Leonie Phoebish, to that. And you add in Tash Cloud, who's a top 5 point guard in the W. In my opinion, was the 3rd best point guard last season, after Caitlin, and if you count Sabrina as a point guard, I thought she was better last season than Skylar. And we also have to be honest here, like, Tash Cloud's a playoff riser. There's a couple of playoff chokers on this team. Tash Cloud is a playoff riser. And then you've got Izzy Harrison, who I still think is fine. I think she's a fine backup. When the Liberty get going, I still have them as my championship favorite. I just can't see them being the top team in the regular season. I just can't see them being a top regular season team just because they lose 3 players for quite a few games. And Leo Phoebish is not coming. I think she either arrived in New York today or is arriving tomorrow. So she's going to be game shape. She's going to be fit, but she's not going to be used to playing with this team. I still think they might start her, but you just never know. You never know.